So on March 4th, 2017, Trump comes out on Twitter and makes the claim that he's being wiretapped by the Obama administration and that it's being used to influence the election. This is immediately rejected across the aisle in mainstream media, with pundits saying that not only there's no proof of this and that it never happened, but that it's just crazy. CNN propaganda pieces like Jake Tapper went on to say,
"It's embarrassing because the president said something that wasn't true at all, and the federal government knew it wasn't true back in March when Comey testified, and your taxpayer dollars keep being used to investigate this fiction."
And we have former CIA Director Michael Hayden make the statement that there's no way Trump could have possibly been wiretapped, since the people who would have had to sign off on such a thing would have been the Director of Intelligence James Clapper and FBI Director James Comey, and that they have already come out and said directly that there is no evidence that such a thing had ever happened, and that they personally had never been a part of it. So what he's saying here is because the criminals involved said they're not guilty, then clearly there's no way they could have done it. They have this standard where they start from the baseline, assuming everything Trump states is a lie, and everything the people he accuses is the truth. So fast forward a bit, and it comes out that former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort was wiretapped during the election, and that some of his conversations were wiretapped involved candidate Trump. Even by the author's own admission, the surveillance was discontinued at some point due to a lack of evidence. So not only did James Comey and James Clapper lie about whether or not Trump was involved with the wiretap, but their wiretap didn't even net anything of value on either the main target or the surrounding people, including Trump. So what they're saying is that Trump was never wiretapped, we just wiretapped the people around him, and collected information on Trump as a result of the other people being wiretapped. Now for the FBI director to come out on a technicality and go, well, actually Trump was never wiretapped, we just wiretapped his associates, and including him by proxy, is BS that he doesn't even believe. These people are looking for any excuse in the world to justify why what they're saying isn't a lie. But it's more than that. Here's James Clapper admitting to Congress under oath that he unmasked Trump and his associates in wiretaps. He then refused to go on and give the context of these wiretaps and why the reason was that the president was unmasked, only stating that he was in fact unmasked. So here we have the guy who came out and said that there was absolutely no proof at all that Trump was wiretapped. He then went on to later admit personally being involved with Trump being wiretapped under oath.
I want to discuss unmasking. Mr. Clapper and Ms. Yates, did either of you ever request the unmasking of Mr. Trump, his associates, or any member of Congress?
Yes, in one case I did. That I can specifically recall, but I can't discuss it any further than that.
You can't. So if I ask you for details, you said you can't discuss that. Is that what you said?
Not here.
Okay. Ms. Yates?
So for those of you who don't know who James Clapper is, this isn't the first time he's been caught lying to Congress. James Clapper used to be known for something much different. After the Snowden leak of the prison program, James Clapper was called to testify before Congress on the existence of a mass data collection program on the American people, where he went on to deny the existence of this program.
Does the NSA collect any type of data at all on millions or hundreds of millions of Americans?
No, sir.
It does not.
Not wittingly. There are cases where they could inadvertently, perhaps, collect, but not wittingly.
The funny thing is, no one seriously believed what this guy was saying. Snowden had already leaked the existence of the program to the media, and it was too late for Clapper to lie his way out of this. But instead of being truthful, and instead coming out being an honest man and owning up for what he did, he claimed that he forgot. He forgot about a multi-billion-dollar spying program that he oversees. He just forgot about it. I mean, we all make mistakes. Sometimes you forget about your multi-billion-dollar spying program. It happens to all of us. So it turns out Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, was arrested and charged with a series of crimes relating to tax fraud, bank fraud, and other money-related crimes, right? But get this. The way that they caught this guy was through wiretapping. And the wiretapping had existed before, during, and after the presidential election. So first, there was no wiretapping, right? First, it was just a made-up claim that just came out of nowhere. Now members of the campaign were wiretapped. Now there's credible proof that members of the campaign were wiretapped and that Trump was picked up in these wiretappings in the background and unmasked by James Clapper.
The fact that Manafort was wiretapped proves that the president was right to accuse the former president of wiretapping him, and you were wrong. What's your response?
Well, I stand on that statement that you just replayed, and I cannot comment on the media reporting, which is all we have, about a FISA warrant allegedly lodged against Mr. Manafort. I can't comment on that. I will simply reiterate what I said in March, and I stand on that.
Yeah.
So under no circumstance will these never Trumpers admit they're wrong. There's no amount of evidence or new details or new information that'll come to light that'll convince these people that they can go out and say, hey, you know what, we were wrong. You know, we did the wrong thing here. You're right. No matter what, these people are going to stick to their guns until they're in the grave. They spent a whole year. They spent a whole year of their lives pushing this idea that it's all fiction, that it never happened, that it's all made up, that Obama never did anything wrong. And when it comes out, when the truth comes out, when the whole house of cards falls down, are they going to issue a retraction? Are they going to come out and say that they're wrong? No, they're just going to move on. They're going to pretend it never happened. They're going to take down the pages. They're going to take down the article and say, hey, you know, I don't know. We never said that. Let's focus on something new. Let's move on. But this is the thing. We're not going to forget.